Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I will cover a cross asset list. We will speak about coffee, crude oil, US30, pound dollar, euro dollar, US30, gold, and we will also cover dollar index. I will use the FX Centrum platform for the analysis, and we will begin with coffee market. So this is a daily time frame that you can see on your monitors, and we can see here that coffee had a rebound from the 186 level, and now market is trading around the middle Bollinger Band, which is a 20 bar moving average. I will just zoom in so we can see that we had a doji candle on Friday. So at this point, if the market can retake and actually break the 181, there is a chance for the rally towards the upper Bollinger and the resistance around 196 mark. In case of the downside breakout of the 186, which is also the swing low and the lower Bollinger Band, there is a chance for the maybe even a bigger downside movement towards the 176 area, 176.90 mark. If we speak about the stochastic oscillator, as you can see here, we have the slow and fast line are pointing and sloping to the downside. For the rate of change, we have like a two days up basically. So we definitely can see either breakout to the upside or breakout to the downside. So I think the breakout mode in the coffee can be very interesting in the next period. So pay attention on that. And now speaking of the crude oil, what we have here is the stochastic slow and fast line are sloping upside, and we have a key resistance at 79 mark. So that is a very, very important resistance, and if the market can break this level 179, there is a chance for the higher prices even towards the 90 mark. I will put this horizontal line here so you can see that around 89 mark we have this swing high on the daily, and the swing high, which is like dictating from the September last year, we have all the way around this 95 mark. So there is the room for the upside in case of the breakout of this key level around 79. And now I will also go through a lower time frame, so we can go click here and then go to and check lower time frames. We can see here that market is doing this pullback. So this, we can see this like a potential bull flag, but I would like to see for the market to continue and rebound from this area and potentially retake the 78.60 mark. So as long as the crude oil is trading above the 76.80 mark, there is a chance for the higher prices. The alternative scenario will be if the market can trade below this pullback low on the hourly time, so below the 76.60 mark. Then I will say there is a chance for the retest of 75.70, or even then for the market to trade lower into 73.70. Now US 100 is basically still trading sideways. I will zoom in this. This is a daily time frame, so we can see here around 17,727 mark. We had a very narrow Friday. Market is holding around this middle Bollinger Band, so like a 20 bar, 20-day moving average. And so far we have potential for the breakout mode. There is a pin bar low at 17,489. And we have the swing highs around, I will say 17,900 and 18,000 mark. If we go and check the lower frames, like hourly time frame, we can see here that market, that this can be the bear flag and potential for the retest of the lows around 17,680 mark, and then the low here at 17,488. So there is a chance for this to be like a bear flag and that there is a downside continuation. But in case if the market can retake 17,840, which is at this green line here, then there is a chance for the rally towards 17,950 or even 18,000 mark. So far, the hourly seems like poised for the downside, and but the daily still holding around this middle Bollinger Band. Now, speaking of the USD versus Japanese yen, this is a daily time frame again. This is, for me, this was the key, something that I alerted in my in the previous analysis. So here the market closed above the upper Bollinger Band on the daily time frame, but then the very next candle was a very narrow doji candle followed by the down day. So this overall, the formation here around upper Bollinger suggests that there is a chance for the lower price and potentially for the market to retest the middle Bollinger Band on the daily, which is around 148.95, or let's say 149 mark. On the rate of change period too, if you check this lower, you can see here that market had, even despite the fact that market actually traded and made higher highs and higher lows, the oscillator and the rate of change made lower highs and lower lows. So there was that divergence on the rate of change too, and potential for that downside move is present. Now, speaking of the pound dollar, what happened here is after market had this big rejection in the background and followed by a down day, the lower Bollinger Band actually acted like strong support around 1.2540, and market rebounded all the way to the middle Bollinger Band, and it's exactly right now sitting in the middle Bollinger Band. So because of this activity and the big rate of change divergence and the stochastic divergence, we almost had a retest of the low, but the oscillator is building higher lows with stochastic. There is a chance for the market to trade higher and maybe even attack this whole pin bar area, right? So I'll just zoom in again for you here. So the pin bar high is set at 1.2685. So there is a plenty of potential for that, but it's very important to watch how this middle Bollinger Band can this middle Bollinger Band hold or not. If we go to the hourly time frame, we're building higher highs and higher lows on the intraday, and seems like there is a chance for the higher prices. So I think this is maybe one of my favorite for today, together with crude oil for potential rally, further rally. Euro dollar was very similar. We identified the stochastic had a strong bull divergence. The market made a lower low on the daily, but stochastic made a higher low, and that's a very strong sign, and the market rallied from after that. And now we're in the middle Bollinger Band again. So if the market can break 1.0800 mark and hold above, there is a chance for the market to go even towards the upper Bollinger Band around 1.0880 mark. Now, speaking of US30, we can see that market is in a very tight consolidation around, I will say, 38,638. So we had more like very narrow. Friday we had a very narrow candle, and we have the strong pivot high at 38,825 and the upper Bollinger Band around 38,940. So at this point, it will be very important to watch how this 20-day moving average can it hold, or we may see the downside break. An interesting point here to see is in stochastic. Stochastic had, like, we call this a hook, or basically a pullback. So you can see here that market just had tried to trade into this lower line, but then didn't have a power to continue higher. And we have also slow line that is sloping to the downside. So this may be a very good sign for the actually downside development. And in that case, there is a chance for the retest of 38,000, even 38,400 mark, let's say, or even lower Bollinger Band around 38,100. So pay attention also to that potential downside move on the US30. And then we have a gold market, which is on the daily time frame had also, we can see rejection of the, so market closed below the lower Bollinger Band, but the very next candle was a narrow candle, And then we started with a rally and market went into the mean, basically the middle Bollinger Band, which is sitting around to 2025. So there is a chance also for the gold to take this pin bar high around the 2032 mark. The stochastic has this bull cross, and this narrow day, we can see that market is just still building and the buyers are in control. The hourly also just holding consolidation, pulling back more like a bull flag. So there is a chance that after this pullback and consolidation, we can see the higher price and potential retest of the 2030 mark. And the dollar index, we can see here after again the close above the upper Bollinger Band, the very next candle was a narrow candle. Closed actually inside of the Bollinger, and then the next day was down. So this is something that we had similar here. And that's a sign of actually weakness, and together with this bearish divergence on the stochastic oscillator, this is the reason why we have this down days in the last couple of days and potential for fully retake this pin bar low at 103.59. And will be all for this FX Centrum daily market analysis, and I hope that you did enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos and speak to you from tomorrow.